development and sovereignty. So yung first element is about permanent population, kung saan yung mga tao doon ay hindi sila mga nomadic people na palipat-lipat. So nakatira sila sa isang location kung saan ang location na yun ay tinatawag natin na territory. So meron siyang specific boundary in which they are controlled by the third element, the government. So the government regulates relations among its own people and with other states. Next, nations naman, it refers to a people rather than any kind of formal territorial boundaries or institution. It is a collective identity grounded on a notion of shared history and culture. So it is about history and culture. While Philippines as a state, we refer to the Philippine government, our territory, and sovereignty. While Philippines as a nation, we refer to our shared collective notion of democracy, our history, and our identity as a Filipino. So in other words, the state is a political concept while a nation is a cultural concept. And institutions that govern international relations, we have peace treaties and military alliances. So we have the UN and the NATO. The UN is one of the leading political organizations in the world where nation-states meet and deliberate. So yung term na UN ay nanggaling kay President Franklin Roosevelt, kung saan it operates on October 24, 1945, starting with 50 representatives, and meron siyang 4 areas: military issues, economic issues, environmental, and human protection. So meron siyang 193 member exact. And Republic of South Sudan as its latest member. Number 1 goal ng UN is to maintain peace and building friendship. And meron silang tinatawag na General Assembly kung saan dito nila dinidiscuss yung mga global issues. And also, they also have Security Council with a 5 permanent member, the United States, Britain, Russia, and China, and France. So, as you can see, yung mga bansang nabanggit dito ay yung mga kilala sa buong nationwide and yung mga malalakas na bansa. In addition, 10 ang naidagdag for 2-year term, so meron ng 15. So the UN is not all about fights. It has a program called UNICEF para sa mga bata, and its primary goal is to help children na mag-distribute sa kanila ng mga emergency relief from famine and poverty and also disease. Aside from it, nagpo-provide din sila ng education programs sa mga areas na walang schools. So in terms of economic issues naman, ang main focus ng UN is para mabawasan yung global inequality. So papasok dito yung SGD, which cover a coverage of concerns for the improvement of all aspects of life. Yung MPG kasi, it did not provide solution for poverty of all people, kaya yung 2015 SDG ang kanilang basehan. Environmental issues naman, such as pollution and hazardous wastes, are addressed through the UNEP. So the increasing rate of greenhouse gas emission, rising sea level, and occurrence of extreme weather patterns na epekto ng climate. We also have the IPCC, kung saan dito ina-assess yung mga climate science, climate agreements, and pagbibigay assistance sa mga countries to reduce emissions. And also, meron din silang ICG, saan tinatawag itong World Court na located in the Netherlands. This is where countries can settle disputes in a court of law, as well as a place where criminal and ruler have done terrible things. So there are also variety of international courts and tribunals. Yung mga kakapasok lang, pakiagahan next time. Okay, so we also have the ICC and the ICLOS. And finally, the UN promotes and protects human rights, different organization and mechanisms. So since 1948, human rights have been also parating na siya sa international law. So meron tayong tinatawag na Universal Declaration of Human Rights and other organizations. Okay, while NATO naman, it is a defensive treaty or a military alliance between US, Canada, and 25 European countries. So, ang organization na ito is based on a collective security, saan yung mga bansang kabilang dito ay nagkakaisa or this involve technology, the media, and the internet. For example, we have the Federal Express, kung saan gumagamit tayo ng computer para sa pag-deliver and pag-check ng health natin through MRI, ultrasound, and CT scan. And in terms of space-based technologies, we also use computers, launching of satellites for military surveillance, GPS, and GNS. And McLuhan and Fior naman, they argue that in the new media age, ang mas mahalaga ay kung paano nila ma-deliver kaysa yung sa content ng message na i-deliver nila. So this means that televisions and newspapers had been shaping individual subjectivity and culture. So not just here in local, but also globally. However, internet and technologies are limited by certain barriers, especially right now na yung education natin ay naapektuhan. So parang ang connectivity na lang natin ay through virtually. So aside from it, there is also lack of electricity, literacy, weak financial system, and government regulations. Global citizenship. Citizenship is defined as associated with our rights and obligation. For example, the right to vote and obligation to pay taxes. So according to Cecilia Johanna Van Pesky, define global citizenship as a moral and ethical disposition that can guide the understanding of individual or groups of local and global context and remind them kung ano yung mga responsibilities nila sa various communities. So there are also three approaches. First, we have trade protectionism, which involves the intervention of foreign trade through tariff and non-tariff barriers. Fair trade naman is about moral and equitable global economic system. Okay, so here
the price is not set by the market, but it is set wait lang. But it is set or negotiated transparently by both producers and consumers. Kung saan ngayon, 'di ba, sa pagkakaroon ng war between Russia and Ukraine is that naapektuhan tayo sa pagtaas ng gasolina. And also helping the bottom billion, ito naman yung pagtulong sa mga nasa mga mahihirap na bansa. And also we have the WSF organization, which is centered on addressing the lack of democracy and political affairs. So, meron tayong tinatawag na cyber activism kung saan ang cyber public na yon is binuo siya para mag-protest against the violence, discrimination, and hatred experienced by Chinese residents in Indonesia after the 1997 Asian financial crisis, kung saan ito yung isa sa mga nagiging issue pa rin ngayon in terms of race. Na for example, 'di ba, kapag yung mga foreigners pumupunta sa ating bansa, which is dahil sa identity natin as a Filipino is pagiging hospitable. So, tinatanggap natin sila. Pero hindi ibig sabihin nun na tinotolerate natin yung kanilang mga gawain, which is labag sa ating bansa. Not unlike naman kapag pumupunta tayo sa kanilang bansa is minsan lalong-lalo na yung mga OFW na nakaka-experience ng violence mula sa kanilang mga amo. So, ayun. And, okay, so do you have any question or additional information? Wala? Okay, so for your activity, social media is one of the ways in which information is exchanged today. So in this activity, we will be realizing how connected we are in terms of the posts that we see in the web. Although we do not have face-to-face interaction, we could somehow relate others in this virtual space. So, through the internet, which largely shaped the flow of information in the contemporary world. So, using your Facebook, punta kayo sa newsfeed ninyo and i-browse ninyo yon. So, from your, sa mga pinopost ng inyong mga friends sa Facebook, i-observe ninyo yon. And aside from sa mga friend list ninyo, is I'm sure may mga nilalike kayong mga page, so pwede rin yon. Basta lahat ng nakikita ninyo sa inyong Facebook. So walang kukuha ng picture from Google kasi yun yung ginawa ng ibang section. Ay nako. Pakisundan yung instruction dito and magtanong kayo kapag hindi maliwanag. So, kapag nasa Facebook na kayo, punta kayo dun sa newsfeed and choose one team. Pwede kayong pumili ng sarili ninyong team. Isa lang. Ito yung mga suggested. It can be about a product, an educational post, a movie, a religious verse, about COVID-19 pandemic, about family or one's personal life, and you are free to construct your own title for the post. So title, add a title, and yung description. So, ang ilalagay ninyo sa description ay kung ano ang impact nito sa iyong buhay, sa community, kung saan ka nakatira, or sa society, or sa ating bansa. So, depende. And also, include example kapag balak ninyong i-post, pakilagay yung posting date, which is April 6, and deadline ay April 11. So, meron tayong 5 days. So, after that, you are going to collect at least 3 to 5 pictures sa napili ninyong team. And gawa ninyo ng collage and i-post sa inyong Facebook within 5 days. So, most reacted heart will be given points. So, 200 react, 20 points. 150 reacts, 15 points. 130 reacts, 10 points. And 100 reacts, 5 points. So, sa reactions, meron kayong 20 points. And sa collage creativity, meron 20 points as the highest score. And sa caption, 10 points. And kapag na-achieve na ninyo yung 200 reacts within 1 or 2 days, pwede na ninyong i-send sa ating Google Classroom. So, anong i-screenshot ninyo? Tatlo lang. Yung sa reactions, collage, and yung caption. Yan. So, tatlo lang ang i-attach ninyo sa ating Google Classroom. Okay? Do you have any question? And also, dahil 50 points ito, naisipan ko na rin na part 1 ito ng inyong final exam. Yan. Hindi naman siguro kayo mahihirapan na maabot kasi 200 points lang siya. Kapag pupunta kayo sa isang page, it would be better na iba-ibang page na lang. Kasi dahil nga para ma-attain at least ninyo yung goal natin or yung objective natin na collecting posts and collecting the word. Para at least makita natin yung post ng iba't ibang page o kaya post ng iba't ibang yung friends. Kaya kung pwede, huwag kayong kukuha sa isang page lamang. Mas maganda pag paiba-iba. Yan. For example, kapag ang topic ninyo is COVID-19 pandemic, pwede kayong kumuha sa post ng friend ninyo, sa page ng DOH, yan, di ba? Mas maganda yung paiba-iba para at least nakapag-explore din kayo. Okay ba? Okay, so this would be part 1 of your final exam, and part 2 natin is 20 points from Module 4 and Module 5. I'll be posting it na lang after natin ma-discuss yung Module 5. Okay, so any question?
Ma'am, pwede po makita yung pagpipilian.
Wait lang. Don't worry, po-post ko naman to after netong ano natin. So, ang suggested ko dito is about the product, educational post, movie, religious verse, about COVID-19 pandemic, about family, or one's personal life. Baka may gusto kayong testimony, ang buhay dyan. Yan. Char. Ayan, okay na ba? Pero pwede kayong mag-decide kung ano bang gusto ninyo na tema. Saka kayo mag-collect ng pictures.
Ma'am, parang yung ginawa din po ba ng mga criminology?
Oo, same lang.
Parang
pero ang mali kasi sa kanila is kumuha sila ng picture sa Google. Yung iba, ang sabi dito sa number one ko natin is Facebook lang. Diba? Okay ba?
Sige po, ma'am. Thank you po.
Pakisundan na lang yung ano dito. Tapos kapag hindi malinaw, pakitanong na lang. And kapag magpo-post kayo, don't forget na pakilagay yung posting date. For example, ngayon, ano bang date ngayon? 6 ba?
6, ma'am.
Ayan, April 6, pakilagay dun sa baba ng caption ninyo, posting date, April 6, and deadline, April 11. Para at least ma-identify ko agad kung within 5 days. Be honest na lang. Ayan. So, bagay makikita naman kapag isasubmit ninyo. Agad. Okay na ba? Okay, so check muna tayo ng attendance. Arconeda, Bulyunan, Taberna, Labitag, Padasdao, Leonardo, Agrimor, Expression, Vicente, Goygoyon, Escobar, Bautista, Fernandez, Tugas, Ngoy-Ngoy, Nastor, and Biagan. May hindi ba ako nabanggit? Or okay na?
Okay na, ma'am.
Leonardo, meron. Okay, so thank you for joining and have a good day. Last meeting tayo next week na for our module 5 and after nun is quiz and final exam na lang tayo. So, konting-konti na lang. Okay, so that's all for today and have a good day.